Today we're going on a cheap eats food crawl in downtown Brooklyn. We're gonna try everything from Middle Eastern to Chinese, fried chicken, and more. Hope you brought your appetites.
This, my friend, is like literally one-stop eating. I could probably take this entire menu down if I really tried to.
What would you guys like on that?
I'm gonna go ketchup mustard.
Mustard mustard.
Just $5.
Some have called this the greatest papaya of Brooklyn. For this price, I was not expecting them to be as cool as they were.
You know, that's the New York hospitality that people don't talk about. You know, people grow up around here and they just want to make sure that everybody feels welcome wherever they are.
Try this out. Let's do this. That's not bad, you know what? I'll take this over Nathan's every single time, really.
When everybody comes to New York, you always want to get a dirty water dog, because that's what we call them. And you never know what you're going to get with that. Here, there's a nice snap to the hot dog, really nicely seasoned. I'm assuming it's a sabrette, which again is like one of those iconic New York hot dog brands that you're going to get. Not bad for a tube-steak dinner.
If we didn't have more places to go, I could easily down like 3 or 4 of these. Do you feel like downtown Brooklyn doesn't get enough credit in the city?
Like the one thing about downtown Brooklyn when you come down here is that even though it's very accessible, it has a life that's like its own. It's not something that people really journey to, because again, you don't have those iconic New York buildings, although it is just steps away from the Brooklyn and Manhattan Bridge.
You can come here and not deal with a lot of the Manhattan
Attitude.
The Manhattan attitude, exactly. Could I do the 3 small fingers with a sticky sauce? Evan, you've told me that Sticky's is your favorite New York City chain. That's why I decided to put this on the video, about $6 for 3 chicken fingers, and this is a New York institution.
So many cities are known for their local chains. Like New York used to just have Shake Shack, and that went national and everything like that. But you know, who in this world doesn't love a good chicken finger?
And we got the white barbecue sauce, which is not really common in the Northeast.
No, absolutely not. This is something that, you know, in my experience is very closely associated with Alabama.
Right, it's got tons of sauce. So crispy.
Crispy, juicy, freshly made. You're not gonna find this too many other places. Really super affordable by New York City standards. And plus, it tastes amazing.
For an extra $1.50, you can get one of their specialties, and we got the Vampire Killer. Can you talk about these ingredients?
Oh, absolutely. Wait, hold on, before I do that. What we have right here is I got some fried garlic, because again, what else does fried garlic not make better? You got garlic sauce, you got Parmesan, you got parsley. Like honestly, like this is definitely something that you don't want to have before your first date, otherwise they may not want to get too close to you.
Yeah, Vampire Killer, Date Killer, there's a lot of garlic. Be careful, seriously. All right, let's try this. This looks nuts. Packs a punch.
If you love garlic, this is what you want. This is just beautiful. This is art.
Evan, you found your match. You know what the best part about this experience is right now? As we're eating this, over there is a Soul Cycle station. So Evan, what do you say after we finish the last one, we go and do a little cardio for 30 minutes, or no? You want to keep eating?
No, we're gonna go eat. Like, I don't know if you know me, but we're not stopping. After having that finger, I can honestly tell you, there's no way you can go kiss anybody after that.
It's gonna keep you single for a long time, oh yeah.
John, you gotta pet the dog though, you gotta pet the dog.
This is not a real dog, for the record. It's fooled me 10 times.
We do 2 beef patties, please.
Great shot. That's a good shot. Guys, this is how we do the B-roll for this channel, you know? We don't actually eat anything on these videos. We just pretend to eat.
At least we're not like those people who take like 1 bite and throw it away.
No. We eat everything. One thing that we don't do enough on this channel is go unscripted, unplanned. We passed Patty Plus. Evan said, Jamaican beef patties, I'm in. And I said, you know what? Not on the list. We're gonna add it to the list. So we just went in, $2.50 each. And this is what New York life is all about sometimes. Sitting on the side of the street here, trying random food from all over the world.
I agree. Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Hot. Ooh. Describe the beef as pretty mild, but it's got a good meaty taste. It's not like you're just tasting the spices. Yeah. Your family's from Trinidad, so you have pretty good palate when it comes to Caribbean food, right?
I'd like to think so. Caribbean food, the way in which I would describe this is just straight up comfort food, man. Like, you have this at any time, like you're having a bad day, and this just brightens your day up.
This would definitely brighten anybody's day. If you're into meat, we have to walk far for the next stop. It's literally 3 storefronts down. Could we do a 6-piece pan-fried dumpling, 1 pork, 1 chicken, 1 veggie?
Okay. That's it.
That's it. Look at this colorful plate we've got here. Ooh. Fork me. Fork you? Fork me. They hand make these dumplings in the back. That's how I already have a good feeling this is gonna be good. We're not in Chinatown. There is a Chinatown in Brooklyn. There's also Flushing, and there's Manhattan's Chinatown. Finding a good dumpling spot outside of those areas isn't always easy.
Let's see what we got.
Let's see what we got. We're doing veggie. We've done so much meat today. We're gonna start with veggie. Let's take a bite. That's really good. Cabbage, carrots, rice noodles inside.
You know, I don't often eat vegetable dumplings, but what I really do like is that there's a very nice, crispy, thin skin. A lot of times you get dumplings like the skin is just so overwhelmingly thick. This has a nice crunch to it. It's nice and crispy. Honestly, like, if I'm gonna have a veggie dumpling, this is definitely what I would go for.
This is standard operating procedure. New York City pork dumpling, pan fried. I love that soup, the broth inside.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
This was the best 30 seconds of the whole day.
We're speechless. We don't know what to say.
Like, with it being a nice fatty brown pork, like it has like a nice broth that comes out of it. And, like, there's literally like drippings all over the table where I was just biting out of it. And honestly, like, that might be the best drippings I've ever seen in my life.
This is excellent. This is the kind of place you would go out of your way for. Certainly, if you're in downtown Brooklyn, to stop here.
Even if you're just coming off the Brooklyn Bridge and walking through Dumbo, I would say this is definitely worth the walk if you didn't get your dumpling fix in Chinatown before you walked over the bridges.
We want to do 3 of the falafel sandwiches. Thank you. This might be the biggest falafel I've ever seen in my life. Ridiculous. $7 for the falafel here at Bedouin Tent. And we're in the Fertile Crescent. That's what they call this area of Brooklyn. From the Brooklyn Bridge down Atlantic Avenue, a lot of Middle Eastern eateries and shops. And Bedouin Tent, well, this is the one we really wanted to come to. $7 for this. This is a sit-down meal. How often are we doing a cheap eats video at a sit-down restaurant?
Oh, you never can do that. It always says a lot when you walk into an establishment and you're greeted by them making the ingredients right in front of you.
Ready? Let's try this.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do this. That pita is phenomenal. I mean, we saw them hand rolling it out front. That was the first thing that I noticed just biting into this, how fresh that pita was.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this is one of the best falafel sandwiches I've had in New York City, by far. Like, Mamoon's doesn't even come close. I know that's what...
Mamoon's is like 50% of this.
You know, is this the first ever cheap eats date spot you've had?
Unless you consider a date sitting on a park bench maybe somewhere with some dumplings, then yeah, this might be the first cheap eats date spot we've ever had.
See, there we go. Breaking new ground every day.
Every day. This is our Jordanian spot, and we ordered something called Lumi, which is a lime Middle Eastern drink. The best way to describe this, in my opinion, is like a super bitter iced tea. Honestly, the first thing I said when I tried this off camera was, this is weird. Like, this is different. But you should try it if you come here. Evan's trying Middle Eastern Lumi.
It's a very unique taste that even I find a little hard to describe, but I can see why people like it. It's just not my thing.
Food coma coming up, guys. Check out our other Cheap Eats playlist, link right here. Special thanks to Evan, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching. Till next time.